Today, every player's speed has been replaced by their jersey number. We're going to try out 3 different teams, and the very first team is going to be for the Baltimore Ravens. So for example, Lamar Jackson wears number 8, so now his speed is at 8 overall. Henry's speed's at a 22, and that dropped him all the way down to an 85 overall now, so definitely don't have a great running back. Top wide receiver is Zay Flowers at a 4 speed. We're going to try to win a Super Bowl with this team. As you can tell, looking at their rosters, it's probably not going to work out. I'm going to hop in this first game and play some of it against the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs have the ball first. Honestly, their running back doesn't look like they have a high overall speed either. I didn't even change any of theirs, though. We have them on a 3rd down now, and it is completion or Rasheed Rice for a 1st down. Right around the red zone, and we actually get a pick. They throw it right to us, and even though we have a crazy low overall speed, our defense has still looked pretty good up to this point. Now, the offense is really what I'm worried about, and yet we get tackled in the backfield on our very first play. I really want to try to use Mark Andrews because he had a high overall jersey number, and we get sacked again. I'll look from here on 3rd down, still doesn't have enough speed to get open, and we have to punt the ball here. Chiefs are right around the red zone once again, but this time they do get a touchdown with DeAndre Hopkins. Our very next drive, and Mark Andrews is wide. Never mind, he's not wide open, and they return it all the way for a pick 6. Yeah, I think I'm done playing with the Ravens for this video. I'm going to send the rest of this game. The Chiefs do end up winning, but only by 7 points, though, 21-14. Hey, maybe they play better without me than they do with me. We're sending to the mid-season point and see if they win a single game, and they actually did. They went 4-3. Okay, not too terribly bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that. I thought we would win 1 game at the most, but you know what? We have a chance of making the playoffs. Let's send to the playoffs and see if we do make it, and we actually do not, going 7-10, so the second half of the season was a little bit worse than the first half. It's not too terribly bad for all our players having like basically really bad speed. Lamar Jackson had 3,561 yards, 21 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions. Rushing wise, Derrick Henry still had a great season with 610 yards, and somehow Lamar Jackson had over 500 yards with an 8 overall speed. I don't understand that, and 10 touchdowns as well. Zay Flowers still had a 1,000-yard season. I really don't understand how they're all going crazy, and their speed is like a 10 overall or under. The next team we're going to try this challenge with is the Dallas Cowboys, specifically so we can still have an amazing wide receiver in CeeDee Lamb. Since he wears an 88, his speed will stay at an 88 overall as well. But on the other hand, the cornerbacks are really bad. When I say bad, I mean terrible. The Cowboys' first game isn't starting off great neither. First of all, the Browns are already up about midfield, and number 8 catches it. We missed the tackle, and obviously nobody is catching up with him, so they get a touchdown. And then on our very first drive, we are already on a 3rd down, but thankfully CeeDee is guarded 1-on-1 to the outside, and he catches it for a 1st down and a lot of more yards after that. 2nd and 8 here, right outside of the 10-yard line. Jake Ferguson is open, catches it, gets the 1st down, but doesn't get the touchdown. Take the snap here, looking for Ferguson one again, and it is a touchdown. We actually get a touchdown with this team this time. So our offense is actually looking pretty good. There's our defense that absolutely sucks because they get another catch and they run it all the way for a touchdown. So they got like 4 or 5 plays on the offense. They got 2 touchdowns out of it. I'm tired of playing with the defense already. I'm just going to send to the end of the game, and they actually do end up losing this one as well, 28-21. I thought this team could have more success than the Ravens because of the offensive power that they have still. The defense, I really think, is going to sell them, and we're probably not going to make the playoffs here either. There's only one way to find out. Let's send them to the postseason, and I was right. They only win 4 games on the year. I didn't think it was going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad neither. Dak Prescott had over 4,000 yards, 32 touchdowns, but 26 interceptions. Really done us in probably. Rushing attack was terrible. Rico Dow had only 300 yards to 5 touchdowns. Receiving wise, 3 players had over 1,000 yards. Brandon Cooks leading the team. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever because Brandon Cooks wasn't the top wide receiver on our team in the first place, and then we took his speed all the way down to 3. We've done 2 teams so far, and we haven't made it to the playoffs, either one of them. The next team I'm going to pick is the Houston Texans because that's probably the easiest division of the game, and hopefully we can get to the playoffs then. I'm really feeling the slowness from this team, especially the running back on this very first play, and then the second play we try to run with CJ Stroud, but obviously he's got a 7 overall speed, so he's not going anywhere. Already in a 3rd down, and we get hit, so it's an incomplete pass, but actually our defense is kind of standing on business. Have them in a 3rd down, and we actually get a sack here. How do you get sacked by a guy that has 55 overall speed? So we get the ball right back. For the first time in this video, I can actually say our offense is looking really good, driving downfield, but we are in a 4th and 4 now. Not really open. Maybe Diggs will catch this, and it's a turnover on down. Then the Colts broke something free. Nobody could catch Jonathan Taylor, obviously, and they had a long rushing touchdown. All that work we put in our first drive just went completely out the window. I went and simmed the rest of the game, and we actually lost 30-7. I really thought that we could win this division, but right now it's looking like the Colts are ahead of us, and maybe even the Jags and Titans too. We'll send to the playoffs, and hopefully we do make it, because honestly that was my only one goal, was to get one team in the playoffs in this video. We went 5-12, so obviously that didn't happen either. 3 teams, and all 3 of them suck. CJ Stroud had 3,700 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, and 15 interceptions. Joe Mixon had 898 yards, not too bad, and Stephon Diggs still had 1,000 yards, even though he had a 1 overall speed with 13 13 touchdowns as well. Sadly, that's the end to our video, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll check you guys out next time. Peace.